thing you should know about me is that I'm Alvin.
I am afraid of many things.
Elevators,
Tunnels,
bridges,
airplanes,
thunder,
kimchi,
wasabi,
the dark,
heights,
zombies.
and last but not least, school. Short,
Skinny,
wimpy,
talkative, psych.
more like quiet.
Alvin has never spoken a word in school.
Our selection for tonight talks about a Chinese American boy who's afraid of many things.
Lots of things.
Alvin Ho, allergic to girls, school, and many other things. By Lenore Look.
Scary things.
If there were no school, my troubles would blast away just like that.
I would dig holes all day.
I'll play catch with my grandma.
I would watch cooking shows.
I would keep an eye on things.
It would be
Fantastic!
The second thing you should know about me is that I have a brother named Jackie and a sister named Anna. I'm not as big as Jackie, but I'm bigger than Anna. I'm sort of nearly, almost medium.
When I stand on tiptoe and stretch at the same time, I am finally almost visible in my class picture.
The third thing you should know about me is that even though I'm afraid of many things, I'm not afraid of anything that explodes. I love explosions!
The fourth thing that you should know about me is that once upon a time, before I went to school, I was a superhero!
They call me Firecracker Man.
I ran around the house, full speed ahead, screaming at the top of my lungs. I was as loud as a firecracker on Chinese New Year.
My costume was great.
My grandma made it.
Being a superhero is hard work. You have to save the world. But going to school is even harder. You have to save yourself. Most days, I can hardly even make it to the school bus.
And when I arrive at the school, I can't think, I can't read, I can't smile, I can't even talk.
The fifth thing you should know about me is that I have never spoken a word in school. Even when I try with all my might, I always manage to say nothing at all.
You're like a piece of frozen sausage that fell off a truck!
And Brother Jackie always tell me that.
No one knows why I lose my voice in school. My mom told me that my ancestors were courageous warriors who fought off tigers and lions. They were not afraid of anything. I am afraid of everything.
It was the last day of summer vacation, and I was on my bed going over my PDK. Personal Disaster Kit.
When you're afraid of everything, it's very important to carry a PDK. You can put anything in a PDK, but mostly it should be things that are useful in the disaster, such as
A whistle.
if I lose my voice, a whistle is very handy
Garlic.
for fending off vampires and teachers,
A magnifying glass.
for general curiosity, but can also be used to start a fire,
A mirror.
for sending signals in case you can't start a fire,
A bandana.
for preventing smoke inhalation in case you start a fire, but can also be used as a sling,
And finally,
a scary mask for keeping girls away.
of course. When I showed Jackie these items, it was not impressed.
That's stupid.
Ooh, Jackie isn't supposed to use the S word. It's bad. You can't say that.
Okay, it's dumb.
Jackie, help! It's an emergency. I need plans for making friends. None of the boys at school will play with me.
That's because you're weird.
I'm not weird. I just have a performance anxiety disorder.
That's weird.
You're weird.
Not being able to talk in school is a terrible problem. But do you know what's even worse?
Having a girl sitting in the same desk with you.
In other words,
A girl desk buddy.
At recess, I heard the other kids sing.
Alvin and Sophie sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Alvin with a baby carriage. Ugh, that really fried my rice.
Fry my rice.
The problem with having a girl desk buddy is that she'll follow you home, no matter how hard you try to ditch her.
And it is hard to ditch her when the bus stops at the end of your driveway. Nearly everyone gets off, and they can see the girls going up your driveway.
Hi, Mrs. Ho.
Hello, Sophie.
I'm Alvin's desk mate again this year.
My mom offered her for some rice and rice crackers, but I narrowed my eyes at Sophie to tell her that she better say no and leave. However, my mom saw me and she narrowed her eyes at me to behave like a gentleman.
Thank you for having me, Mrs. Ho.
Sophie sat right inside my house and then sat right down at my place in the kitchen.
It's a terrible problem not being able to talk in school. So having the right desk buddy makes a real difference.
My mom nodded. She had the look on her face that she thought Sophie was a darling girl.
It's a big responsibility. So I'm even more prepared this year than last year. Oh, and by the way, I made this.
She reached into a backpack and pulled out a book. The book on Alvin, it said on the cover.
I wrote a book about Alvin.
And Sophie proudly opened the book. Page 1.
Alvin can talk with his eyes.
Sophie read loud and clear. Page 2. There was a drawing of 2 eyes. My 2 eyes.
These eyes mean he's thinking.
Page 3. There was a drawing of 2 more of my eyes.
These eyes mean he's sad.
Page 4. A pair of anxious eyes.
These eyes mean he has to go pee.
Funny.
Oh. What's a great book? You are very observant, Sophie.
My mom said, with a smile on her face, that she thought Sophie was a clever girl, and I still better be a gentleman, or else.
Thank you. People think Alvin's uncommunicative, but he's really not.
Oh, really? Tell me all about it.
My mom was so pleased that she brought out a special treat. My favorite.
Dragon's beard candy.
And offered it to Sophie first.
As if that were enough, Sophie asked for chopsticks, and she placed the candy between her chopsticks and popped it right into her mouth. She even chewed with her mouth closed the whole time. Oh, where is that?
I saw Dragon's beard candy in a cooking show once. It's made out of 8 tough strands of sugar, wrapped around nuts, coconut, and sesame seeds.
No one cares.
Also, I'm taking aggression for girls. It's a combination of kickboxing and karate. And it's supposed to make me stronger. And I got a goldfish this summer. His name is Leo. He watches action movies and swims around only during commercials.
Oh my gosh! Sophie is reaching for another piece of dragon's beard. And that's when I snapped. I think that's a stupid book, and you are a stupid girl. Sophie gasped. She clasped the book to her chest. Her mouth opened, and some candy fell out.
Alvin Ho! Apologize right now!
I held my head. I used the S word. I crossed my chopsticks this way, then crossed my chopsticks that way. I'm in a big trouble. My mom was giving that look, which meant that I had better apologize, or she would make a dragon's beard out of me. Octoseconds turned to zephyr-seconds, turned to attoseconds, turned to a blink of an eye, then into a heartbeat. Then my life crawled before my eyes. I'm sorry.
Tears was not a good sign. I had a terrible feeling that a gentleman would never make a girl cry. And I feel like a terrible person.
Sophie slipped the book into a backpack and, without a word, ran out the door.
I ran out after her.
Hey! I huffed when I caught up with her, but Sophie did not stop. Stop!
Sophie stopped. She blinked her eyes. She crossed her arms.
I breathed in and breathed out. I did not feel so good.
I was on the sidewalk in broad daylight with a girl.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, I'm going to meet her this time.
Sophie waited.
I waited.
A car rolled by.
I leaned over to see what was in the gutter. Nothing.
Then I looked up to see if there might be any giant meteorites headed for Sophie. None.
So finally, I blurted out. I'm sorry that your book sucks and that you are a weird girl.
What did you say? Yeah!
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Nigga, started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Nigga, started from the bottom, now we here.